Controversial in relation to the offside decision, which the linesman gave, and then the referee's subsequent decision to change that first decision, if that makes sense. It's going to sound complicated, and I still don't fully understand it, because there was an offside player 5 yards out from goal, in the middle of the goal, who jumped for the cross, and that was given offside against. He's affected our backline, he's affected our goalkeeper, hence why the linesman gave offside, and a player from behind him in amongst the pack has come and scored the goal. So I've got no qualms if that player's not there 4 yards out from goal jumping for the ball, but that affects our goalkeeper, affects our centre half, affects the whole group, and that's why it was given offside. Do I know the laws in terms of the offside rule? I don't think anyone does at the moment, because it felt like they overcomplicated what I thought was quite a simple situation.
There's two elements to this. There's the decision itself, and then you've got the circumstances in which it was overturned, where everybody just piled over towards the officials.
We'd probably done the same, let's be honest. I can't fault or put any blame towards Cambridge in relation to that. Officials have to be strong to say we've made a decision, we've committed to it, and this is the right why we gave offside in that moment. The linesman saw that player didn't head the ball. He put his flag up because he was in an offside position, affecting the play, affecting the ball. And you know, there's a lot of, are they affecting it? Is it in the next phase? And if the referee says to me, which he just has, about the next phase of play, when it's only got a yard over his head and 2 yards further on the cross, how that can be a real excuse as to why that decision is made is beyond me. But I could stand here talking all day, and I don't think we'd still understand that decision. We had enough chances to win the game of football.
Really bright start, Sam Nombe winning a penalty early on, and Matt J also hitting the post, lots of threat going forward. Yeah, we had a threat backwards all afternoon, and the second half period before that goal which Cambridge got, we created at will, and should have been more, not committed, but had more conviction in around those moments, to put the ball in the back of the net. And even actually when they scored, Podge and Giovanni, each other, and MJ, the ball's bouncing around there. We've got to make it happen in terms of getting that ball in the back of the net. And when the scores lines are so tight as it was in terms of the margins, then it only takes one moment in terms of a good bit of play by the opposition, a mistake from ourselves, and the frustration it came from a long throw for us, where we're looking to get the ball in the box. But no, can go into full detail in terms of that game, and like I say, there's only one discussion point really. The other aspect is a pretty pleasing performance, but we've not got anything to show. Well, dust yourself down and go again. Big game coming up in the league on Tuesday.
Yeah, and obviously we've lost Sam, which is going to be a blow, which looks like a muscle injury. Ironically, we looked after him in the week because we knew he's on the edge in terms of his limit. But we've got a strong enough squad to deal with that, and whoever comes in on Tuesday night has got to be ready to fulfil that role.
Is this maybe the difference this season compared to your previous seasons? You have got a bit of a squad that you can rely on a bit more.
Well, Sam will be a miss. Let's be honest. He's been our talisman top end of the pitch. You saw him win the penalty off his own back in hustle and bustle, and his constant threat. But he's a dynamic player whose muscles will be under stress, especially with a lot of games and a lot of travelling. So, sometimes that happens. Certainly not ideal in terms of timing, but the rest of the group have got to be ready to really push on and show themselves.
You mentioned the fact you kind of were aware that he was kind of getting a bit close. This red zone is something that managers are aware of, and I guess with the amount of football that you have played and will be playing, it's going to be something that you may experience with other players. Yeah, and the travel as well. We've so much travelling recently, and the three ties against Bradford really affected the group in terms of their physical prowess. I mean, we had energy about us today. I thought it was two teams who attacked really well. Full credit to Cambridge. They got promoted last season on the back of attacking so quickly and with so much penetration, and we had to match that speed. And when we did really in that second half period, then we started to show our football and create. Like I say, I wanted us to go ahead, and we would have been deservedly ahead. And then it always comes down to one moment. We under pressure a little bit in terms of set pieces. I know they hit the post, but the goals, they could kick in the whatevers. Absolutely. You're in a fantastic position in the league. Cup run's over, but Northampton back in the side right at the top of the table. It's a really good game to come back to. Yeah, lots of good games to come. Starting with Northampton and obviously Tranmere and Port Vale and so on and so forth. So we've got to be ready for Tuesday night. We'll assess the group. Like I say, the speed in which Cambridge attacks showed us how they attack at the level above, which is something we're after. But Tuesday night will be a different game. We're back at home. We'll take a journey out of our system in the next couple of days, and we'll assess what we need to put on that pitch to start the game. Yeah, just finding one piece of news off the field this week. Tim Dieng signing that contract extension has been a really big hit. Is he closer to being back involved?
Look, he'll be out for a little period of time, and like I say, it shows because there's stress on everyone's bodies. Tim picking up the quad muscle injury on Tuesday night, and then Sam with a hamstring today. So it shows where you are. You don't want too many, and certainly not too many all at once to your better players or your so-called consistent performance. So we hope today's not been a damaging day, and we dust ourselves down and move on to what's next.